friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. So I got a video suggestion, one we did last year from the Leafs fan, assuming he's not a Boston fan, maybe, could be, nonetheless saying, hey, we should go back, we're halfway through the season. What happens if we had a season shortened? We know we've seen this in years past. Years season's kind of shortened, 40 games a season. What would happen if we entered the Stanley Cup playoffs this very second? And taking a look at things, I tell you what, just looking at the standings now, they're tight. Boy, is it kind of surprising. Vancouver went from being a team that did not even make playoffs to being a team that is the number one seed in the Western Conference, and no face-off with, a very difficult opponent in the Edmonton Oilers. And that'd be an interesting matchup in the playoffs, I think, here. You know, Edmonton always runs into these teams in playoffs that, you know, slow them down a little bit and they can't play defense and they put goals up. Now, Vancouver's a team that can put the goals up. But can they slow down Connor McDavid and company? Or would that be something that happens maybe in the second round by the Vegas Golden Knights, who score up against the LA Kings? Winnipeg playing the Nashville Predators. Winnipeg making another playoff appearance. Nashville figuring things out once again, getting into the postseason. It seems like they always seem, it doesn't matter who's on that team, it seems like they find a way to claw in the playoffs. Colorado playing Dallas, a really good team, really the dark horse here, I would say, of a team that can make some noise. But I mean, they're going to get past Colorado first. Dallas is thinking right now, it's like, boy, Winnipeg could lose a couple games. We'd much rather play them in the first round. Get another one of these teams to face Colorado and possibly knock them out. Then looking at Boston and Tampa Bay, the two juggernauts of the NHL over the last, 6-7 years, squaring off in the first round. Could be a conference championship game. It's not going to be, though. It's going to be a first round matchup because Tampa's not been playing like Tampa used to. Number 8 seed right now, just barely squeaking into the playoffs. Then you have Florida and Toronto. You have the Rangers coming in being the number 1 overall seed, or the number 2 seed, number 1 seed in their division. Right now would be the winners of the Metro facing off against the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit, a young team, finally figuring things out, it looks like, and they're going to go out there and be in the playoffs. And yeah, speaking of figuring things out, you have Carolina, who's always good. Then you have the Flyers. The Flyers were a cellar dweller kind of team last season. They were struggling. I thought for sure it's like a new coaching staff, get everybody out here, and all of a sudden they've turned things. I mean, they're selling players left and right. All of a sudden, hey, those sales might have been the way to go because Philadelphia is a playoff team. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and enter this 7-game playoff. It's going to be Vancouver, and it's going to, I do that every time. It's going to be Vancouver and Edmonton game number 1. And it is going to be a win by the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton's going to go on the road, win game number 1. And here we go. We already talked about it. It's the curse coming here for the Vancouver Canucks. Winnipeg's going to beat the Nashville Predators in game number 1. Boston's going to win their first game of the series. It looks like we're going to see the Detroit Red Wings, speaking of potential upsets, win the first game against the New York Rangers. Vancouver, man, it's been the season, the postseason of the upsets so far. A lot of the lower seeds winning games. Colorado not being one of those teams surrendering it. Toronto, on the other hand, is winning a game on the road. Carolina's going to win. So we had, 2, 3, we had split 4 piece, I guess. 4-4 on the home and away winning it. Carolina's going to jump ahead to the 1-0 series lead against the Vancouver Canucks. Or not Vancouver, but the Philadelphia Flyers. Vancouver's going to fall 2-0 down, and it a whole early for Vancouver, getting in the playoffs, feeling good about themselves, and they may get bounced in the first round. That is not something you want to see happen there. Detroit 2-0 on the New York Rangers early. New York, you wonder if they're a playoff team. They're a regular season team, but can they prove that they can push throughout the playoffs? We are yet to see it. Edmonton's going to win another one. I just hit play game by accident. Now we got to play that. Can you imagine doing this entire sim, playing them? That'd be what? About 100 some games? That'd be a good time. Where was we? Toronto's series split 1 apiece. I think we're in Carolina. There we are. Carolina's going to jump into the 2-0 series lead. Philadelphia, will they be happy just to make it? You have to wonder here. Winnipeg, Nashville series split 1 apiece. It is going to go to Winnipeg. Toronto or Tampa Bay and Boston. We thought that'd be a good series. Continues to be one. Boston's going to win one in Tampa Bay. Rangers, can we pick up a win? No. Detroit's looking to broom job the New York Rangers. Could you imagine if we go that direction? Vegas starting to play some playoff hockey. There we are, up 2-1. Colorado up 2-1. Toronto, Florida, who's taking the edge here? It's going to be the Florida Panthers. After falling down 1-0 in the series, they win 2 straight. Edmonton, Vancouver. Edmonton's got a chance to sweep the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, and they will do it. Wow. What a disappointing postseason for the Vancouver Canucks. Came in strong, feeling good about yourself. You say Edmonton, they haven't made deep playoff runs themselves, and Edmonton gets the brooms out. You don't win one game. What a disappointment. Winnipeg, Nashville split 2 apiece. Here we go. Florida or Boston, Tampa Bay. They continue to go back and forth. Speaking of potential upsets, it's not going to happen. New York Rangers are going to steal one from the Detroit Red Wings. Red Wings have 4 tries to win 1 game. Vancouver or Vegas versus the LA Kings series is going to be split at 2 apiece. Dallas trying to get the edge or get back even. It's not going to happen. Colorado's going to take the win there. Florida's going to get this series, or Toronto, we should say, is going to get the series evened all back up. Carolina's up 3-1 against the Florida Panthers. Series split here. This is going to go to at least a game 6 with what appears to be the Nashville Predators of opportunity to go ahead and jump ahead in this series. Detroit's got a chance to close out the series, and they will. The New York Rangers go down and get upset by the Detroit Red Wings, another division winner down in the first round. We've now seen the Rangers, we've seen the Canucks, and we have a chance now to see if Colorado can win the games they're supposed to as the favorite. They will. Here we go. Toronto, Florida. Big game here. Tough matchup there in the Atlantic. Florida's going to jump ahead to the 3-1 lead, or 3-2 lead. Carolina with a chance to finish the series, and they will. Seemed like that was just a matchup that was just destined for success for Carolina, and they're going to walk away with it. Vancouver, or I keep saying Vancouver, Winnipeg. Gotta win this game to split it up or get the series even. They will not. Vancouver, or I said it again, Nashville's gonna go ahead and take the lead. Tampa Bay's got a chance to go ahead and advance to the second round, upset the President's Trophy winner. And Boston's gonna bounce back here. Vegas is gonna win against the LA Kings. We're going to a game 6 for Toronto and Florida. Can Florida close the series out? They will not. Boston, Tampa Bay, game number 7 is going to be an exciting one, and it's going to go to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Another big upset. The number 1 seeds of both conferences out the door in the first round. Toronto has to love seeing that one if they can beat the Florida Panthers, and they will. Here we go. Edmonton hasn't lost a game yet in the postseason. Vegas trying to change that, and they will. Colorado versus Nashville. Big series there inside the division. Colorado's going to win that one. 1-0 series lead. 2 teams feeling pretty good about themselves. Tampa and Toronto. Toronto's going to take the 1-0 series lead. Detroit, speaking of feeling good about yourself, going to beat the Carolina Hurricanes in their first game. 1-1 series tied in Edmonton. Colorado 2-0 on the Nashville Predators. Tampa Bay got to bounce back, even the series. Carolina going to bounce back, even the series. Third game of the series. Vegas is going to go ahead and jump into the 2-1 lead. Nashville trying to battle back into it. There's one. That's what you got to do, slowly but surely. Tampa Bay 2-1 over Toronto. The Red Wings continue to play some strong hockey, even after surrendering 1 game series split at 1 or 2 apiece in Edmonton. Colorado kind of pushing forward here against the Nashville Predators. Tampa, Toronto game series continues. Probably the one to watch here. Detroit 3-1. Who's seen this one coming? Edmonton up 3-2 on some Stanley Cup winners of the Vegas Golden Knights. They have been known as there. Here we go. Tampa getting a 3-2 series lead once again. Toronto continues to tie it. Tampa continues to take the lead. Carolina bouncing back. And there's the series. Edmonton, things are different in the water in Edmonton. This series, they're going to the conference championship with a chance to make an appearance in the Stanley Cup finals. Tampa Bay gonna knock the Toronto Maple Leafs out of the second round. Toronto's playoff success continues to be minimal. Here we go. Edmonton, Colorado, Tampa Bay, and Detroit. The 7-8 seeds squared off in the Eastern Conference. That would be an exciting one right there. Talk about a couple Cinderella stories. Colorado 1-0 over Edmonton. Detroit is going to lose game number 1. Finally, they may have met their foe. Colorado just seems to be the dominant team in these postseason. There's nobody been keeping up with them. 2-0 series lead once again. Edmonton's going to steal one there. 2-1 for the Detroit Red Wings, battling back. We mentioned them finding their foe. Maybe not. Edmonton bouncing back as well. Series split. Detroit has a chance to go to the Stanley Cup Finals in dominating fashion if they can beat the Tampa Bay Lightning right here, and they will not. Series is 3-2 apiece each. Colorado, Detroit both leading. Colorado is going to go ahead and knock off the Edmonton Oilers, going to the Stanley Cup Finals again, and the Detroit Red Wings will be doing it again too. What a story for these Detroit Red Wings. I'm going to be honest, I did not see them making any noise at all in this postseason. And all of a sudden, well, it's getting ugly for Detroit. We just mentioned it. Colorado's been outstanding in the playoffs. It just doesn't feel like anybody's matching up with them. Can Detroit do it, or can this Cinderella story end here? There's a goal by Sprong on Georgiev. 2-1 Detroit after 2. See if they can hold on to this lead, battle back into this series. Colorado trying to jump ahead to the 3-1 series lead. Right now it is, we are assuming at 1x. I was like, why is there no shots? Petrie on Georgiev. There's another goal by Detroit. That's the insurance goal that they needed. David Perron right in front of the goalie's face. Klim getting a goal. 4-1 Detroit. Detroit's got to walk away with this one and win it 4-1 and bounce back in this series. It is 2-1 Colorado. Here we go, game number 4, Detroit. Once again, win your home games. Win your home games. Just find a way to win game 7. It's not going to happen. Colorado's going to jump ahead to the 3-1 series lead with a chance to win a Stanley Cup in 5 games on their home ice. Nasty Nate with another goal. Jeff Petrie's been having a heck of a postseason. Lekanen with the power play goal as well. Game tied once again. Moritz sided with the goal in Georgiev. They needed that one. Here we go, Detroit. Let's see if you can get another one pushed across the board. Your power play for the Colorado Avalanche, and they will score on it. Samuel Girard, killer for the Red Wings. Felt like they was on a power play for a long time. They've been a double minor there. Nonetheless, Detroit down 1. 5 minutes left. Going to get ready to pull that goal. Let's see if they can make something happen. There's a big save there by Georgiev on Fabry. That was their opportunity. Came around with the wraparound. We've seen another one in the slot there by Hole. And then Villaro and Georgiev just said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Carrying that team right there at the end. 31 points for Mikko Rantanen. It is hard to compete with a goal per game in the postseason. Rantanen, 22 goals, 9 assists. What a postseason. That's ridiculous. 31 points out of McCarr. We mentioned it just didn't feel like anybody was on Colorado's level. And when you got a guy dropping a goal per game, that's going to happen. 26 points there for Nasty Nate. It was all Edmonton players, or all Colorado players, minus Connor McDavid there. But Brink had 21 points. And surprisingly, McKinnon was a -2 in the postseason there. Goaltending, how did we look there? 930. Wow. And you wonder why it didn't feel close. A 932 for Georgiev. I mean, who do you give the Conn Smythe? You have to give it to the guy that dropped 21 goals, right? But a 932, that's some good hockey right there. We have an award system here. Saying I don't think there is. Is there playoff team stats? That's team stats. No, I don't think there is. I was thinking there should have been one. I don't know. You give it to you. You got to give it to Rantanen, I think. 22 goals. But the goals don't matter. If Georgiev has a bad save percentage, you don't get there. Nonetheless, love y'all's thoughts. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.